You know, they give us nowhere to meet. Think about it. There's nowhere for us to meet. There's nowhere for us to play and have fun. You know, to gather, to where everyone can get to know each other, where everybody can meet everyone. You know, don't you want to go to a place where everybody can meet everyone? You know, where everybody's at? Where is everybody? You see what I'm saying? This is what the flat earth is so important. And that they keep the control of everything that we do and every move that we make. And so we end up alone, stuffed off in our apartments like I am right now. Look at me, I'm all looking good, ready to go, with nowhere to go. You know, again, here we go. You know, look at me, I look better than I've looked in my whole life, man. If girls could have seen me in high school looking like this, I would have had all of them. You know what I mean? I mean, look at me. Look at me. I take such good care of myself now, and everything that I've ever wanted to look and feel wise, I am now. I just got done working out and doing, you know, hard repetitions. You know, do one good repetition is worth 10 boring ones. You know, is what I found out. So, you know, I'm trying to condense my life now. So when I go out there to find my woman, because I'm sure they're not going to find her here. As you can see, I'm sitting in a dark apartment. You know, this is where you end up. All of us do. It doesn't matter what age you are or who you are. Look at me, I look great. All I'm doing is working out, and I'm ready to go chase women. And I'm ready to go party and have fun, but without drugs. No drugs. I don't do any drugs. I just want to go to the. What did we used to do? See, we used to go to the home tree at the North Pole, and we would all meet there. And we would meet at these trees, at the big mountains that used to be trees. We would go meet there right now. See, I would have something to do right now if these trees were still here. That's what I'm telling you is so important about these trees and flat Earth. It's so important because I've got better things to do right now, and I can't do them. I can't do anything. We never can. All we do is have to sit at home and wait for the next day to come, so you can go back to work and pay bills again. You know, pay gas and taxes, and pay your taxes. Those two things are for sure. That you're going to pay your taxes, and you're going to die. You know, those two things are for sure. You know, that's what Benjamin Franklin said. Or they said someone said that. You know, history is all a bunch of bullshit, but that's what they want for you. You know, for you to work and pay taxes and die like a good little, you know, slave robot. You know, look at me. Do I look like I'm ready for that? You know, I'm ready to go out and have fun. I've got all kinds of artistic abilities. There's all kinds of fun that I want to have. Women out there, beautiful. I want to have children and a family. You know, I want to have. What about the family tree? See, that's why they call it the family tree. You know, where's my tree? Where's my family tree? See, how come none of us have families? Only a few of us do, and they're decreasing the family, destroying the family. You know, more and more each day. They're destroying the family. You know, little by little, they've been doing it since the beginning, since they took down the trees, since the felling of the trees. You know, the great floods. You know, when all mountains are tree stumps. You know, and they took the trees down. They took the big trees down that used to be here, and now look what we got left. You know, we don't even have any original thought. You know what I mean? We used to think differently, and everything was different. You know, we didn't even speak. We would meet somewhere. See, we would, you know, where do we go to meet? We can't meet. See, they control all of the media and all of the avenues for us to meet. They control all that. So they keep every move that you make, you're not able to meet. If there's a concert, but they control that concert. You know what I mean? There's the only thing we have a few concerts, a few boxing matches. They let us do a little few things. It's called bread and circuses. You know what I mean? Keep them entertained. You know, give them some bread and give them a circus, and they'll shut up. That's what they used to do with the masses. The masses would get mad. You know, people would get angry because they didn't have nothing to do. Because you know, and give them some bread and a circus. That's what circuses are for. And the Taco Bell, McDonald's, that's all breads and circuses. You know what I mean? Everything that you do in this one, football, baseball, everything that you do is bread and circuses. It's all entertainment bullshit to keep you distracted from you know, that you're not free. You're still not free. You still have to go home and pay bills and pay taxes. you're not free. That's stuff. None of that shit. I don't want to do any of that shit. I want to go to the North Pole. Who wants to go to the North Pole with me and see it? I'd be free. I want to be free to go wherever I want and travel the flat Earth and go as far as I want. And it's endless. It doesn't have an end to it. So you can go forever free. That they wouldn't be able to catch you no more. They wouldn't be able to keep you anymore. That's what they care about. They wouldn't be able to keep you here and under their control and have control of everything. That's why it matters to them. Okay, they said, why does flat Earth matter? Well, that's right there. That's why it matters, because they're going to keep you in one area only, and you don't get to see what they've seen, and the things they've destroyed along the way, and then left you with. They left you with the leftovers. You're getting the leftovers, and you're not getting to see what was really here before you were here, before you were born. Before you were born, there was big trees here, and this whole place was different, a big forest, and you were free. And now look at you, you're not. They didn't tell you that, but they talk about it in the Bible with the Garden of Eden and in the Book of Enoch. But they took all that out of the Bible. They're trying to get rid of all this stuff that I'm talking about. They're trying to get rid of all this, so you don't know about it. Get rid of it and bury it all, and get rid of all this nature, kill nature, and get rid of everything that tell mock flat earthers, and mock flat earth, and don't tell everybody it's fake. When you go to look up flat earth, you can't find anything, because they got rid of it all because they know it's real, but they're not going to give you any facts about it, because they know that would get rid of them and their power structure, so flat earth's very important. You're a slave. You're a slave because of the flat earth, and you don't even know what happiness or joy or pleasure or anything is. So it matters a lot. It's fucked you over, and all of us. I have nothing. I have a nice, beautiful place here. I have beautiful clothes. Look at this, 100% cotton. Beautiful clothes. I'm ready to go. Have fun and meet people. I want to go meet people right now and have fun, but I can't. I got to go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? I got to go to sleep and go back. If they want me to go to work, everybody to work and go to sleep. It's a Sunday. You're supposed to be in bed. Does anybody want to do any of that? Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to go to sleep. We all want to go do something, but we can't. Because they don't let us meet. They don't let us gather. And somebody was saying that on YouTube, not from on the chat room. I wish there was a place where we could all meet. Everybody can meet everybody. There should be places where everybody could go meet everybody. But they don't do that. Like a chat room. You go to the chat room, they'll close it off and not let everybody chat about like flat Earth. There's no flat Earth chat rooms where you can go where there's millions of people chatting about flat Earth. And the truth's out there. There's nowhere you can go for that because they don't want that. They'll make the algorithms so that you're only going to see people like me with 1 or 2 views. And if you're lucky, and you got to know just my exact name to find me. You can't look up flat Earth and find Jim Lotus. And come here and find out about flat Earth or anything. You can't just look up flat Earth. They're gonna say debunk flat Earth. When you look up flat Earth, they say, oh yeah, let's talk about debunking it. That's not talking about flat Earth. That's debunking flat Earth. That's saying flat Earth is real. When you look up flat Earth, you should get flat Earth facts. Because flat Earth is real, and you've been lied to about everything. But they're not going to let you have that because they're the ones lying to you, the ones that own everything. So, that's why I'm sitting here right now, because they own everything. Even what I'm doing right now, they own all of my time. Even when I leave here in a few months, they own that too. So I got a little bit of money to do what I got to do with, and wreak as much havoc as I can on them, and see if I can take the whole system down with what I got. Hey, one man can do a lot, man. And a small group of people can change the whole entire world. It's the only thing that ever has. They did it to us with a small group of people. We can do it back to them with a small group of people. Okay, it doesn't take much of people, especially when you're fighting for good, to make a difference and to make the difference. Like they form groups. Let's form groups. We can form groups. That's legal. It's legal to stand up for your own right. It's legal to do whatever you're doing. What's legal? What's legal anyway? Who's to say the authority on what's legal? You see what I'm saying? When you stand up to somebody, you're that authority. That's what I'm saying. That's why when you stand up to somebody, then you make up the laws. You make up your own rules, your own laws. You are your own authority. You're your own authority. You're your own law. You don't need nobody else's authority. You know what I mean? And what gives you the authority? What gives anybody the authority? I'll kick your ass is what gives me the authority, motherfucker, or a gun. You know what I mean? It's like who's got more might and power. That's what they've been doing is bullying us and pushing us around. That's what the word Nephilim means. And it means bully, tyrant, a giant. That's what they are. They're a tyrant, a giant, and a bully. These people, the Nephilim, the government, the Nephal, the falling of the trees. Once these people are the fellers of the trees, they fell the trees, and they said the big trees, and they said if no feller stood up against us. That's why we're in the situation we're in, because no feller stood up against them. When you're chopping down all the trees around and taking over all the land when you first get to it, and nobody stands up to you, then you own it all. Then you can just not tell them next generation about it, and they don't even know where the fuck they come from. They don't know anything about where they're past or anything about anything where they come from. And you just secretly form secret societies, not tell them anything about anything, and then they don't know anything about where they come from or anything. So you can make up anything. Say, hey, you come from a flying monkey, you know what I mean, on a spinning ball, like they're doing with us, with pink elephants all around you. They make up anything. Languages and everything is all made up. Every word I'm speaking now is still a spelling, spellcasting, and words that they've made up. You know what I mean? All it does is say these words that we speak just give you an identity so they can come and find you. They say, what's his name? Where does he live? And he or she and find you and track you down. See, all words that are done in languages give them a way to find you and to separate you from each other, to separate us from each other, and to find out where you're at so they can keep you under control like they do with us now. They know exactly where everybody's at and what they're doing. You know what I mean? And if they don't like what you're doing, then they're going to fucking fuck with you. It isn't right. This is bullshit. We're not living like this anymore. Fuck that. That's why we're coming. We're coming to get them, and we're winning this fight and this battle. And fuck you. I don't care if you strike this video down. I don't care what you do. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Strike this down, motherfucker. I'm out of here. I'm coming to get your asses. I'm going to pull you from your holes, man, and see where them chemtrails come from. And see where you're at in your holes. We're going to come and get you, man. I'm coming up from behind you. I'm going to grab you and fucking stop you from doing this shit, man, with a group of people who are fighting for good. And you're gonna join us too, because you're wrong. And if you're not, if you're gonna be on the bad side, then you're gonna get taken out. You're gonna do what's right, or you're gonna get taken out. You're gonna end up in our jails and our centers, or dead, one or the other. You think they're gonna kill me and shoot me? I'm shooting back. Okay, I'm gonna shoot back, and we'll see who gets each other. Okay. At least I got a fair shot to get you back. I don't care who the fuck's coming at me. Come at me now, I'll fucking kill your ass. I don't care who the fuck you are. Okay? I'm coming for freedom with other people who feel the same way that I do. And you can't stop us or me or anything that I'm doing. Okay? And I'm just letting go right now of stuff. I'm looking good, I'm feeling good. We all used to meet at the home tree. We used to gather. Where does everybody go? We should all go to a place so we can meet everybody and have fun and do where we should live. But we got to go to sleep. You know what I mean? And force ourselves to go to sleep. You know what I mean? And have nothing fun to do and just die and suffer and die off. With no life and no meeting anybody. And no purpose. They've taken all that from us. It's not their right to do that. And they've done it on every level, man. They tell us what to do, and curfews and lockdowns and quarantines. They told you who they are. They've showed you who they are. So you're stupid if you don't understand what I'm saying. And if you don't think that there's a hidden force of people out there doing this shit to you. You know what I mean? No, that's why our lives are fucked up. And all of you need to change this shit. I don't like being here like this. It's gonna change, or else. Black power.